Hello, everyone. It's Bob, and welcome back to Modern Life for the 70s Mind. If you've seen my channel before, as I always say, and I always want to stress, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. If you're new to my channel, and if you haven't seen me before, check this out. And if you like what you're seeing, give me a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe to my channel, that'd be even better. This is going to be a little different. I'm not going to actually react to a specific video today, but this is now my 100th YouTube episode, if you will. And I'm going to look back at a few of the videos that just impacted me the most. I just want to talk about it. I'm not going to show them. But I've narrowed it down to 7. So we're going to be kind of just touching on those real quick. Just a little background, though. I initially never had dreams I'd be doing YouTube channel. I just figured it's younger people, and they're used to having TikTok and Instagram and filming themselves. Me at my age, I'm like, keep me out of the camera. I don't want to be filmed. I'm too old. And therein lied the problem, me doing videos. Plus, I don't have any friends that do videos. People kind of gave me a funny look. Even my kids, I think, gave me a little bit of a look when I said I was going to do it. But they were kind to me, and I don't think they watch any of these, but I still love them. Just out of the blue, the name Modern Life for the 70s Mind came to me when I was working down in the basement one time. And I think that happened when I was thinking about these reaction videos I started coming across. Like I said, it's pretty much dominated by younger people, which is fine. I love hearing younger people's opinions on things. It keeps me young. And some of these people are incredibly talented, and I have full respect for them. But there weren't a lot of people my age that were doing this, and maybe there's a reason for that. But I think, we have something to offer. And I did come across one guy, and I'm going to go ahead and say his name because I think he's great. What he did was he didn't overreact to things. You could see it in his face whether he liked the song or not, and that's all I needed to hear. And he gave a smart reaction to all the videos he watched, and that was Mr. Boyd Reacts. If you have a chance, check out his channel. I don't know him. I'm just telling you, I was touched by the way he did things. It just when I would watch him, I would just kind of lay back and relax and enjoy what he was saying, and I didn't feel like I was being given a production of anything, which was really nice. After watching a few of his videos, I'm like, you know what, I could do this. There's some songs I'd like to hear somebody react to. And then I'm like, you know what, maybe by doing this, I could find all sorts of new music that I've never heard before. And that really perked my interest, if you will. And I did it. I took a chance. I was nervous as heck. And I got a camera, I got a light, I got a microphone, and I gave it a shot. I think my first video was Pink Floyd, David Gilmour, and it probably wasn't the best, guys. I'm sure I'm still not the best, but I learned from it. I did learn that at the beginning the videos were too long. I was trying to pack too much into videos, and I think I paused the videos way too much. Nowadays, I try to stop it once unless the song is especially long or if something really interesting pops up in the video that I want to discuss. But I interrupted the songs probably way too much, so I apologize for that. In hindsight, I was learning, and I feel, I don't know if I'm getting better, but I'm at least getting more comfortable behind the camera. So what I wanted to do today was this. I'm doing this in one take. I'm not going to redo it, so if I make a mistake, that's the way it's going to be. Just deal with it. I'm just going to go over some of the songs that I liked and impacted me, and like I said, weren't necessarily the best artists or the best songs, but ones that really touched me. The first one is Home Free, Man of Constant Sorrow. I have never been a fan of a cappella. To me, it reminded me of like old school barbershop quartets, and that's fun if you're at a carnival or a fair or a county fair, but to listen to it on my radio just wasn't even on the radar of things I would want to listen to. A couple people had mentioned them, and when I saw that they did a song called Man of Constant Sorrow, immediately got interested in that because that's from a movie. Is it like "Oh God, Wherefore Art Thou" or something like that? And I love the song in the movie. It was fun, and I'm like, all right, I like the song. Let's give these guys a chance. And I fell in love with them. We'll talk about an amazing group of talented singers that pulled one off and threw me for a loop. And I've just loved them, and it's opened me up to other a cappella groups like, is it Voice Play? I think the name of them is, and PTX, Pentatonics, which I really like, and I'm sure there's more out there. And if there are, I'll be finding them because I really enjoy that. So it's kind of become a genre I listen to now. Who would have thunk it? The next song that really touched me, and it touched me in I don't know, a big way, was Angelina Jordan, and I Put a Spell on You. When you first hear that song, you can't help but think, what's this little kid sounding like this old soul? Like, you know, Ella Fitzgerald is coming out of her throat when she's like 10 years old. And after you hear a few of her songs, you get past the age thing and just start looking at her for what she is, which is an amazing talent, an amazing artist, a beautiful singer. And it seems like she's a wonderful soul with a great support group with her family. You can't help but fall in love with this girl. And I have found that she has an amazingly dedicated, large group of followers that you better be careful what you say because you'll hear from them if you say the wrong thing. And I get it because many people got to know her as a young child. And the parents come out in us, I'm sure it does, the parental instincts, and you want to protect her. And I get it. So I understand all those. And I've had so much fun talking to you guys about her. And the music she has put out has blown me away, especially for such a young person, but with an extremely old soul. And that's been a fun journey to follow. The next one was a song that I hated, and that was The Sound of Silence. And I like Simon and Garfunkel, but that song just bored me to tears. And then I had heard that they did a band by the name of Disturbed sang it. So I'm like, all right, I'd heard good things about it, so I gave it a shot. And oh my gosh, that was crazy good, and I just fell in love with the band. I had heard, I think, one other song of theirs in the past. I can't tell you off the top of my head what it was, but this song, and I think it is probably my number one viewed video, and it's a shame it happened so early into me doing videos. I think it was my second video because I think I could have probably done a better job on it now, but now I've already heard it, so that kind of destroys the impact of a first listen. So, Disturbed Sound of Silence, if you haven't heard that song, you've got to listen to it. Whether you listen to my reaction or just on its own, it's an amazing song. The next one is probably a bit of a surprise for you, and it's the second person from Norway. The first one was Angelina Jordan. I believe she's from Norway. And this is Sigrid. And she sang a song, Home to You. Again, I am not saying this is the best song ever written or that she's the greatest vocalist ever to walk the face of the earth. But when it comes to the checking the boxes of songs that I like, this checked every one. I'm very big on like one artist and one instrument. In this case, it was her and a piano. I also like just an artist, a musician or an artist and her guitar. I think that's really nice. But this was with a piano, and I fell in love with it. I like the setting. I like the song. I like the tempo of it. I like the melody. The chorus was fun. It was just it checked every box that they could check on a song that I would just fall in love with, and I love it. And she is right here. She's peeking around my microphone, and Dido's pointing at her. No, I'm kidding. It does kind of look like she's pointing. Hey, check her out. But anyway, I fell in love with her, and I'm really looking forward to do more songs of hers. The only problem is I'm really struggling getting some of these passed through copyrights. I'd love to do more of hers, but I keep getting blocked. And some of my reactions have only gone to like Norway and stuff, and you can't even see them in the States. So for that, it's kind of sad, but I'll keep plugging along, and maybe one or two of those will make it through. Home to You did make it through, so I'm thankful for that. The next, I believe, is another person from Norway. I've become very familiar with Norway, and that was Suzanne Sundfør, which I just reacted to a few days ago. And the song was When the Lord. That is the only song that literally brought me to tears. And I'm a little bit of a sap, so I do shed tears, but this video was so real and just really in your face. It threw at you emotions about the disease of anorexia. And she is or was a leading photographer in Norway, and the video shows some of her pictures. And talk about capturing a face and an expression and a mood. I think everything I saw was in black and white. An amazing photographer, and just seemed like a wonderful soul. And such a sad story of hers that I believe somewhere around the age of 10, she started with this battle with anorexia, and she just couldn't beat it as much as she tried. But I have so much respect for her for opening herself up to the world and letting people know this is what happens. And anybody struggling with this disease, I believe it's probably a lifelong thing they got to deal with. And my thoughts and prayers go to anyone who has to suffer through this. And I really hope you can, or they can beat it and defeat it and live a happy life. But anyways, this video was touching. If you really want to see something that'll really touch your soul, check that video out. The next one was Nightwish, and that just blew me away. And the song is Ghost Love Score. I've heard of symphonic rock. I really didn't know much about it, but I know about it now. I've always liked classical music, and I've always liked rock and roll, so to kind of put those two together is amazing. And then to top it off with a singer like Floor blew me out of the water. And people said, beware, every song they do is going to be a little different. And I'm like, sure. But you know what? Every song has been different, and you walk away after watching every video with a little bit of a different feeling and a different take from it. So that's been an amazing ride. And talk about a dedicated group of followers. That's right up there with like your Angelina Jordans. The crowd reaction when you see these live clips is crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. It's so much fun to watch, and it just really makes me wish I was there to see some of those songs performed live. It would be great. So if you have a chance, watch them as well. The final one is this person, Aurora, also from Norway. Surprise! I don't know if it was after one song or two songs of hers that I had reacted to that I heard she was coming to Chicago. I bought tickets, and I went. It was amazing. For me to buy tickets to see somebody after only hearing one or two songs of theirs is not something I would normally do. The song was It Happened Quiet. I have never watched an artist sing a song and see so much emotion and expression put into a song, and just her full out dedication to every word that she was singing. It was beautiful. It was angelic. I just fell in love with her, and my life will never be the same after listening to Aurora. She's a beautiful soul. She loves the world, or the earth, I should say. She's very much in tune with nature, and she really made that very clear when I saw her live. Extremely entertaining to watch because between each song she actually talks to you. It isn't just like, hey, and my next song is going to be this. She actually stops and spends 3 to 5 minutes talking to you, and you walk away from the concert actually feeling like you really know her. And like I said, just a beautiful soul, and I have major respect for this artist. So that's my list. Those are the ones that impacted me the most. Like I said, they may not be the best songs I've reacted to, but as a bonus, I do have an honorable mention. And this one, only because it cracked me up and I just wasn't expecting it. I remember it was a late night. I think it was around midnight, and I just wasn't tired, so I'm going to go downstairs and do a quick reaction. And I came across this one and I did it. And by the time I finished, I wasn't going to be ready for bed for 2 hours because I was laughing so hard through it. And the band is Pamplemousse, and the song is Bust Your Kneecaps. I think it was funny because my mom has an Italian side, and she always talked about her Italian family and, um, everything that goes along with that. And it just cracked me up when I heard this song because it reminded me so much of my mom. And so that one caught me off guard. And I think the singer's voice is really pretty. I had written her name down somewhere. Natalie Dawn, I think, is her name. And I think she's also come out with some solo stuff a few years back. But I loved it. If you want a good laugh, check out Pamplemousse and Bust Your Kneecaps. So that's it, guys. The only thing I can say is I hope I have entertained you guys as much as you have entertained me. I have enjoyed so much reading your comments. I try so hard to reply to every comment. I can't. After 100 videos, I can't tell you how many comments are coming through that I have to respond to. I really do try, especially when I first release a video. I try to respond to as much as I can. But I will keep plugging away at it, and if I don't, I reply to it. Rest assured, I'm reading them. It's just a matter of taking the time to sit at a keyboard and start typing away all these responses. And that's about it. So I want to thank you for all of you who have followed me, and I want to say thank you for people who are giving me a chance for the first time. And I hope you enjoy this as much as I have. All right, guys, that's it. Peace out, like I always say, and I will talk to you on my next episode, okay? You guys take care and have a wonderful day. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Bye.